Hey, good morning everybody. Don't mind me, I'm feeling under the weather, so I'm shooting this video from my bed. I hate being sick. But anyway, just a couple of things I wanted to touch base on about the Moto G6 Play for Boost Mobile that I like about this phone. And so I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet because any in-depth stuff we talk about will be available in the review video. So the first thing that I absolutely love about the Moto G6 Play is the body build of it. Not that the back is made of glass or anything like that, but just, you know, how ergonomic it is and real nice, you know, easy fits in the hand. I want to say the Moto X4 has something similar, but the Moto X4 is a bit more squared out, whereas the back of the Moto G6 Play is rounded. So it makes for a good, comfortable fit in the hand. Considering the fact that besides the body build of the device, the display is something that I absolutely like too as well. It has a 5.7 inch display in a very small form factor compared to most 5.7 inch devices. And that's because it has an 18:9 aspect ratio, so it's keeping up with modern devices being released in the flagship areas. This is actually sporting an 18:9 aspect ratio display. The display is actually kind of cool too. You can actually change the tones and stuff like that, so I pretty much dig that. You can make it warmer, make it cooler, whichever your preference is, and it's actually quite nice to have. Settings wise, this thing is running 8.0. This is already starting to sound like a review. It's running 8.0, so I can actually appreciate that it's not a device that's running 7.1. Even though I felt like my Moto E4 Plus, which I'm using to film this video, should have gotten 8.0. This device does. So, cameras is another good thing I'm going to point out. Even though I had that one issue with the 4x zoom and what it did with the photo, when you do get really good balanced shots, this is what you end up with. And let me just put this down so I can zoom in. So I mean, just check that out. That's some nice work. Now it's not like a professional DSLR camera, but it's gonna get the job done. So you guys can see I had Taco Tuesdays. I had two different types of tacos, avocado, rice, and lemon wedge. So that was an amazing dinner day. Another thing that I really dig about this device is the audio. The audio coming out of that small speaker is amazingly good and loud. So I can appreciate that. Along with the cameras and taking photos, it still maintains the front-facing flash. That is something that I like, just so you can get those really good shots, even though the cameras do pretty good. And the battery life's okay. 4,000 milliamp hour battery. I can make it through a whole day and get home and still have like 40% battery left. And that's, you know, getting up at 3:40 in the morning, doing what I gotta do throughout the day, and then making it back home by like 5 in the afternoon. And I still got like 42% battery. So that's not bad at all for battery wise. The fact that I switched over and did like an all glass is, I guess you could say, subjective. Some people prefer, you know, the device to be very close to premium flagship and have that glass back. Others like the metal back. So, I mean, it's just really your preference on that, but I like the fact that, you know, they switched it up and went metal. And then the last thing I pretty much like about this, without making this a full-blown review, is that it's got the fingerprint reader in the back and not in the front. I always hated it being in the front. That way, if you put your hand here, you could just easily, you know, tip the phone and it would drop. So the fact that it stays secured in your hands by just unlocking, by putting your finger on the back sensor, that's actually a nice touch to it. And the fact that they put the Moto logo inside the fingerprint reader is actually quite nice. So that's pretty much it that I'm going to point out right now as far as good things about it. I will do a video basically about gaming. Gaming's actually pretty good on here if, you know, it doesn't crap out, but the when you play the game, the experience is actually kind of cool. It's good. It's doable. Well, before I end this, the very last thing I like about it is that this device supports turbocharging. So if you're willing to get, like, you know, the turbocharging brick from Motorola, you could buy one and then it'll support turbocharging. Unless you got a Moto X4, then you could just use a turbocharger brick from the Moto X4 and use it with the micro USB cable, and turbocharge your G6 Play. So that's it for right now, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video on what's good about the Moto G6 Play, drop me a like. Stay tuned for the full review where I'll break down every little aspect that I've noticed about this phone. We'll go in full in-depth review about it. And yeah, so thanks for checking out this video. Again, my name is Tito, and I'll talk to you guys later. Shaky camera, I do apologize.